Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello kitties. Alright, welcome to another harrowing edition of Panic Uncracked. I'm your host, Chris Panic. Much to no one's surprise, we are going to do another box of Innistrad Remastered. Just going to have everybody temper expectations, everything. Although if you're going to watch for entertainment, you're going to watch as my luck runs out on this one, because my last video was a bit of a banger. So let's see what we can get out of here. As usual, I am unscripted, unhinged, all that stuff. I'm doing this live right in front of you. Well, actually, I'm not really live. Nobody's watching me. Just watching my back real quick, taking a quick look around. Yeah. We're just going to do this all in one swing because you can't really stage videos like this, unfortunately. So we're going to do another set of Innistrad Remastered, mostly because I have quite a few more of these that I am set up to open. I guess I'm not totally down on this set. I'm still kind of a little ecstatic about it, but my first box opening, I don't know if anybody's seen, it was great. Crater Hoof off the top. However, the next day I found out it was getting reprinted in standard, so it wasn't much to get out of that. Although I'm not even going to talk about my last video. So something new for this is I can't make any jokes right now about no viewers, unless this video gets no viewers. But I've actually had some people watching my videos, so that's kind of cool. I'm still not going to show myself. I'm not going to talk about Patreons. You don't have to like, subscribe, do anything. You can just sit, watch, and see what kind of stuff I get out of here. And as usual, I'm kind of a fan of the tokens. So, zombie. We got a 2/2 zombie with Decayed and a XX zombie. Tokens we could set aside for now. All right, first thing we got a Retro Border Lisa, Forgotten Archangel, into Retro Border Grave Crawler. Do like this card a lot. We got Borderless Conjurer's Closet. Not bad. Ooh, Garuk. Oh, good old Garuk. Tainted by the Chain Veil. The Relentless. And the Veil Cursed. Alright, we'll set that aside. And then Retro Borders, which I am a fan of, being an old school Magic player. Scorn Villager, the counterpart, downgraded, I believe. Village Rites. I actually am kind of excited to see this. There was another video too. I was kind of like, or another card. I really wish was printed in the set, but it was not. The Cannibals. All right. Well, we got a Retro Borders there, so, and I do love the lands in the set. They look great. And no excitement here. Commons, uncommons. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Did anybody see anything really noteworthy there? I didn't. All right, let's keep going through here. I want to churn through this as much as I can. Not that I want to be rushing anything. I'm not going to say I'm totally bored with this set. However, I'm kind of interested in going back to some other sets that I might have. Ravnica Remastered sticking in mind. I have Dominaria Remastered. And also can't quite figure out why the focus is off on this, but whatever. All right, Blood Token. And Sorin, Imperious Bloodlord. This is... Okay, so I'm not going to remark about any kind of financial aspect of this card, but it's kind of cool getting a Retro Border Planeswalker. Interesting the way the numbers are set up with the plus and minuses on these cards. Yeah. I mean, it'd be great if I had a Liliana Veil of this sort, but, Soren's cool enough. Oh, hey, look at that. Retro Border Emrakul. I agree with some friends of mine. The Retro Border Eldrazi's they look okay. They're just okay. Nothing super crazy about it. Rooftop Storm, blah, blah, blah. Overgrown Farmland. All right. And Subjugator, Morbid Opportunist, and It of the Horde Swarm. All right. Set that into the Retro Border pile. And the land. And commons, uncommons. Oh, Lab Maniac. Oops, all spells, everybody. Oh, foil Delver. Retro Border Delver is something that somebody I know is looking for, so I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. Think twice. Braid. Oh, good old Braid. All right, let's move to pack number 3. Let's see if I lose count through this. I probably will. I'm just going to crack packs until I run out. As usual, I'm going to try to see if I can make some of my money back by selling these singles online. We'll see how it goes. Chandra. Oh, Jesus, criminy. Holy criminy. Okay, cool. Probably not going to be hearkening to what happened last time, but hey, I'll take a foil Edgar Markov showcase. We got Second Harvest, which is kind of cool. Hey, and we got the Sorin again, this time the borderless version. And a foil West Vale Abbey with, oh, Ormondal? Am I saying that right? All right, whatever. It's super not special. And we got the Thraben Inspector, borderless. Put that in another little pile here. Nice little pile. Happy little piles, everybody. See, I do this live. I'm not... I have no special effects, no nothing, but my camera position today is not great. I also didn't put lotion on my hands today. Not saying to do it all the time. I touch these cards with lotion, but I'm just hoping nobody's going to judge how my hands look. Ooh, okay, cool. All right, land and commons and commons. The Mentor, ooh. The Wretched Griff, remember that from Standard. Crusader Auric, Crawl from the Cellar, blah, blah, blah. Nothing substantial. Let's keep moving on. All right, next pack. Number 4? I hope so. I hope I'm not going too crazy here. All right, Wolf Token into Cryptolith Right and Retro Border Huntmaster of the Fells. Oh, nice. Okay, we got ourselves a Retro Border Mass Hysteria. That is kind of cool. And Eldritch Evolution foil. All right. And Retro Borders, we got the boarded window. That which I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Gather the Townsfolk and the Swamp. All right, Retro Border pile down there. This is, again, my favorite swamp of all Magic. And I'm glad to have another one as a Retro Border foil. All right, Werewolf, The Artist, Aristocrat's Delight, Gold Tree, Conduit, Provisioner, Rush, Into the Throng. Okay, let's move on. Pack 5. Probably at some point going to be like, oh, pack 13. Oh, a little mishap with that pack, but hopefully nothing crazy. Human Wizard, Jace token, Collective Brutality, borderless foil. We got non-foil showcase poster, Olivia. Had a foil one of these not too long ago. Hey, look at that. How brutal. And an Elder Deep Fiend. All right, and then the Retro Borders. Angelic Purge, Blood Mist, Young Wolf, borderless. We'll pop that aside. The Mountain, Mist Raven, Ambusher, Angel, Crawler, the Inspector. Ooh, foil, Faithless Looting. And Mutation. Still common in the set, too. I was definitely excited when that got unbanned, but maybe I can try playing Dredge again. Maybe I should try it, but I don't think it's going to work too well. I do want to get back into Modern, but in time. Ooh. All right, I see a little ding on this card. I'm not even focusing really well. This is going to be my worst rated video ever. Odric. Ooh, okay, cool. Cathar's Crusade, the poster version. We'll set that aside. Traverse the Olvenwald. Thanks, everybody. Storm Carved Coast. And Retro Borders. We got Soul Cipher Board. The Boarded Window. A Braid, borderless. The Plains. Into the commons, uncommons. Banshee, Mysteries, Vampire. Villagers, Bound by the Moonsilver, the Ghoul, and the Geist. All right, cool. That was pack number 6. So we are moving on to our last 6. Moving on through these pretty quick. So far, this is the pull. Nothing super exciting. Definitely not as exciting as last time. I think my best hit here is that Edgar Markov, which will be going to sleeve and top loader probably as soon as this video is done. I don't want to like bore everybody with, unless, a case of like last time, unless that card needs to go into a sleeve top loader immediately, not going to do it. Zombie, Hermit Druid, and hey, the double zombie. Double zombie. All right, Hermit Druid foil poster. Not bad. We will set that one there. Eldritch Evolution Retro. The Conscripts. Gisa and Geralf. And Retro Border Grapple. Burning Vengeance. The Lunarch Mantle. Do love this art. Alright, set inside. Forest and Corpse. Constrictor. Alliance. Villagers. Village. I'm just going to find the common themes here. Scarecrow. Imprisoned by Moon. Cathar. Commando. Alright. Let's keep going through here. Definitely not a super exciting pack, but hey, it's still fun. Definitely enjoying opening these up and spending more money on boxes to store everything. While I do sell most of the rares or any kind of commons, uncommons, or anything that's a little substantial, there's, of course, like everybody who plays Magic, the bane of your life is the amount of extra cards that you end up with. Am I right? This is just a small sample. This is left over from some Duskmourn boxes. Soldier, Westville Abbey Retrofoil. Kind of cool. I like it. All right. Thing in the Ice. The good old Thing in the Ice. Balefire Dragon, which I'm surprised this isn't really going any places with the Dragons, the Tarkir set. Gravecrawler Foil. And Think Twice. Chalice of Life. Abundant Growth. And pretty decent Swamp. The Dark Tidings of the Crow. And the Recruiter. Grasp. Ooh, remember when this was a thing? Millipede. Torture. Werewolf. Scholar. New Year classic. Innistrad tropes. Alright, let's get through this list here. I think I might take a break from Innistrad after this. I'm going to go through my collection. If anybody has any requests, like any kind of boxes you'd love to see opened, let me know. I have gotten one Final Fantasy box on order, but I don't know if how that's going to go, and might do a video for that. Those things are quite hard to find. A little bit too rich for my blood, because I'm spending my money on all this crap. Thing in the Ice Retro. Arlen Cord. The Spell Queller. The Bloodhall Priest. And the Occultist. That fancy blood artist. I do prefer the original. Essence Flux. Mountain. Opportunist. Clear Shot. Thermal Alchemist. Cobbled Wings. The Boar. The Bidding. And the Shield Mate. Nothing super exciting here. So all in all, so far, just a so-so opening. Par for the course. I try not to get my hopes too high up. I also kind of try to calm my temper a little bit. Temperament, so I don't accidentally swear, which, okay. This is a pretty good one. We got ourselves here a Retro Border Meat Hook Massacre. Foil. Look at that shine. Oh, that glimmers is not gold. This sure as hell isn't gold. This is just cardboard. All right. Oh. Okay, cool. No complaints here. Got ourselves a Retro Border Liliana the Veil. Definitely excited about this. Was really excited about the Retro Border Planeswalkers that could have came out of this. I still think it's kind of a missed opportunity. We didn't have any kind of serialized versions of these. But whatever, it is what it is. Okay, I'm happy. All right, we're done. We're done here, everybody. Everybody can go home. Although I'm going to make a little bit more room, because we're going to get a lot of excitement in those next couple packs. Ooh, okay, cool. I'll take it. Foil Jason Raveler. All right. All right. You know, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. The Mantle, the Researcher, the Purge, and the Storm on the Seas. The Heirloom, Haunted Dead, the Grizzly Ghoul, the Maw, the Disciple, good old Counterspell, and Village Rites. Well, I don't know how focused this was. I see a little ding on there. Maybe it's caused by me. Who knows? I am not a pro. I never said I was a pro, everybody. I'm just a dude who does stupid fun stuff like this on the side for nearly no reason. All right. On the last couple packs here, I'm actually second to last. Vampire Token to Vampire Token. Okay, cool. Ulvenwald, another Lisa. Resto Angel. Oh, Bruna, the Fading Light. Such a bummer. My first box opening, I actually pulled Gisela. Although I have since sold that, but it would have been kind of neat to try to sell this in a package here. But sweet. I'll take it. All right. Geese's Bidding, the Scorned Villager, Imprisoned in the Moon. All right. And from the forest, we got ourselves an Egg, Hunger, Masquerade, a Golem, Vampire, a Griff, and a Mauler. Okay. Last pack, everybody. Last one. Is this the lucky pack? No, the lucky pack was in the previous video. There's no way I'm going to get that lucky again with the current box set that I have. If I did, there's something substantially wrong. All right, let's get this out of here. I don't know if anybody's a fan of these blood tokens, but blood tokens are relatively boring to me. All right, this was the brutal box. Collective Brutality, Retro Foil. We got Thalia, we got Tireless Tracker, Collective Defiance, with a Retro Foil Angel's Tomb, Indulgent Aristocrat, Dauntless Cathar for retro treatment, and in the Mountain, Rise from the Tides, Griff Spoon, Spider, Scavengers. I don't think I've seen the rats yet, but hopefully soon. Storm, Pilgrims, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so definitely not as exciting as the last one. We'll see if I actually get any viewers this time or not. Either way, I'm going to continue doing this. Nothing's going to stop me, except for my bank account when it runs out. All right, so we got ourselves the Lily. We got ourselves a foil Sauron. The Meathook Massacre, definitely a nice little hit there. I kind of wish I still had the Gisela, but hey, whatever, you know, it is what it is. I've got a couple more boxes of this set to open up, so maybe we'll see another one. All right, everybody, with that said, thank you much. Appreciate it if you watch. Till next time. Bye.